Hey, just down below the video, if you click like, that'll make sure that YouTube shows this video to more people. Thanks. August 27, 2024, first look at Copilot in Excel. There's starting to be a lot of buzz about this 50th season of Saturday Night Live that's starting. And I don't know why this morning, it's just my mind is on Bobby Moynihan and those awesome characters that he would play. Down in your YouTube comments below, let me know who your favorite Saturday Night Live character is. Hey, some great experiments here with Copilot running in Excel. This is in Windows, my first test with Copilot. The first great thing that we have is that it now no longer requires your data to be formatted as a table. It can be just a regular range. So like it understands A1 to I564 is the data that it'll work with. That's a nice improvement for me. It still has to be saved to OneDrive or SharePoint Online, and autosave has to be turned on. There's 4 tools right now. Suggest a formula, and this is pretty amazing. I've done a lot of experiments with this, and I'll show you some over the next several videos about this. Show data insights, add conditional formatting, and then ask questions. So some chat history here of my first experiments with this. I asked, who are the top 3 customers in sector manufacturing? So you see that we have a column, a heading called sector. There's a value in there called manufacturing, and I want to know who the top 3 customers are. And it came back and it said, all right, I analyzed the data A1 to I564. That's good. It's telling me what it sees as the data. And here's what I found. The top 3 customer, by quantity for sector manufacturing. And it got it right. General Motors, Cummins, and GE are the 3 large manufacturing customers in here. But I'm kind of disappointed that it's giving me quantity instead of revenue. You would think that they would understand that word revenue is more important than quantity. It gives me a little paragraph here. Top 3 customers in manufacturing are General Motors, Cummins, and GE. See the pivot table that's above for more details. Now, here's the beautiful thing. So in my opinion, it got it wrong, but you're allowed to give feedback. And so I said, nice try, period. Run the same analysis based on revenue. So this means that they have to be able to go back and see the last thing I asked and kind of modify it. And with that second question, wow, they get it right. Top 3 in customer by revenue for sector manufacturing. And then there was an option there to add that pivot table to the workbook right there. So it's a regular pivot table. They've added sector as the filters. We have the 3 customers, and right here in the customer filter, you can see where they went to value filters and top 10 and chose top 3.
See, I wouldn't know how to do that.
Right? I mean, it left me a nice pivot table that is accurate and working, and wow, that's actually pretty good. Okay, but then here's the really weird thing, is they took me to sheet 2, and the only thing on sheet 2 now is this pivot table. All right, but now they are telling me, hey, I don't analyze pivot tables and charts in sheets. Go back to your source table and try the question again. I don't know, this is to me just a little bit surly, right? Like, hey, they're showing me the answer. Give me a chance, I'll go back to the original data rather than kind of tell me that you can't. All right, now this is cool. So then I say, create a pie chart showing revenue by sector for sales during 2023. Now that's pretty tough because look at the data. The data has daily dates. It spans from 2022, January 1st of 2022, down to December 31st of 2023. They're going to have to create a pivot table by sector, totaling revenue, add a filter that filters this to just a year. And it looks pretty promising here. They show me a pivot table. But then as I scroll down a little bit, it says, oh, I can't create a pie chart. But here's an answer that may be helpful. The total revenue by sector for sales during 2023 as follows. And they kind of read me the table, at least the first few items from the table. But this confuses me because I've seen an example elsewhere on YouTube where Copilot did, in fact, create a pie chart. And remember back here where we were able to say, hey, nice try, but analyze it. So I decided if Copilot's going to be a little surly with me, I'm going to be a little surly with it. And I said, why? Why can't you create a pie chart from the last result? And at the time, I'm still on sheet 3, where you're telling me, hey, I can't work on pivot tables, go back to your original data. Why? Why can't you do this? And you know what their answer is? I love their answer. They do know how to create a pie chart. Maybe they just didn't want me to create pie charts. maybe they're like, pushing back. No, I don't know how to create pie charts because, pie charts are reused and maybe you should use something else. And, so much for their, I can't deal with pivot tables and pivot charts. I analyze the data in C5 to D12, which is a freaking pivot table. So you get them saying, I can't create pie charts and I can't work with pivot tables. And what does it do? It works with the data in a pivot table and it creates a pie chart. Adds a new sheet. But it's still saying, I can't create a pie chart from the last result because the visual type is not supported. However, and it offers the table again. So click add to a new sheet and it comes back and says that it added it to sheet 4. And what do we have? We have a chart that, to me, I would call this a pie chart. I'm sorry, but apparently it's not a pie chart because Copilot is very adamant that it can't create pie charts. So I guess as a consolation prize, I get this, I don't know, a pizza chart, a cake chart, a circle chart, circle graph. It's clearly not a pie chart. All right, so look, this is pretty new, right? It's still technically in preview right now at the end of August 2024. It does a lot of amazing things. It can create some nice formulas. But this whole conversation here just kind of cracks me up. Like, the surliness of, hey, I can't work from this pivot table. Go back to your original data. And then it does actually work from the pivot table. And it does know how to create pie charts, even though it claims it doesn't know how to create pie chart. There you go. I'm sure over the coming weeks, as I get deeper and deeper into Copilot, I'll be revisiting this and come back and show you some more cool things. I'm sure very, very cool things that we discovered. The one great bit of news here, though, is it no longer has to work on tables. It works on just regular ranges, which is great. Hey, just below the video, click the store icon. We have a whole bunch of new mugs and shirts, professionally designed, all kinds of great fun slogans for you or your favorite Exceller. I'm sure there'll be more videos on Copilot. Again, their ability to create awesome formulas is amazing right now. We'll definitely have to revisit that. I want to thank you for stopping by. We'll see you next time for another netcast from Mr. Excel. If you like these videos, please down below like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Feel free to post any questions or comments down in the comments below.